everybody. We are just going to give people about one more minute to gather and then we're going to get started. Hello, everybody. We are just going to give people about one more minute to gather and then we're going to get started. Oh, I hope that doesn't, did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it doesn't echo the whole time. Hello, everybody. We are just going to give people about one more minute to gather and Dave and Kaylee, we're at about 1 minute after. Do you want to wait a few more minutes for some more people or do you want to get started? Like it's all in the interest of your time.
No, I'm all right to wait a couple more minutes if there hasn't been any people logging in.
Yep,
I can't really tell how many participants, but
you bet. We have someone already in. Hi, Michelle. It'll just be a second. We're going to give everybody a minute to filter in.
Yeah, I'd say by a couple of minutes and then we can get started.
Okay, great. Okay, I think just in the interest of all our times, we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome everybody here today. I'm so grateful that you have all joined us here. Before I get started, I just wanted to say that in the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge that we live, work, and play on the traditional territories of the Blackfoot Confederacy, being the Siksika, Kainai, and Piikani nations, as well as the Tsuut'ina, Stoney Nakoda Nation, and the Métis Nation Region 3. And I welcome all of the people who make their homes here in Treaty 7, the region of Southern Alberta. I am so grateful that you are all here on this beautiful fall day. I seen on the news this morning something like, I don't know when, in the 80s or something, there was a record snowfall of like over 15 centimeters or something like that. And I was just grateful that today is still sunny. So I'm so glad that you are here. We are here with Dave and Kaylee from Trellis, and I'm so happy to have them to talk about how you can receive any support you might need around basic needs. Next slide, please, Dave. Wonderful. So as you know, I'm Jody from Momentum. And Momentum, we're a change-making organization here in Calgary that works with Calgarians living on a low income. We partner with the community and those that live in Calgary to create a thriving local economy, and we really strive for financial wellness for all. We're really excited to bring this information here with you today. And I invite you to visit momentum.org. Lots of our programs have relaunched for the fall, including our Money Talks. We have our money management that runs on Monday nights online and Tuesdays in person, as well as our business and our skills program. So please feel free to check out momentum.org if you have any questions. We usually go about 20 minutes for these presentations. There can be questions and answers either at the end or throughout. Both Dave and Kaylee are fine with being asked questions on the fly, and they're super good at answering questions. So if you have any, please use the question and answer feature though, because we find things get lost in the chat and it's just easier to moderate in the question and answer. I also just wanted to let everybody know that this is being broadcast live to YouTube as well as being recorded. So you can, if you miss any information or you think you just want someone else to hear this, you will be able to pass it on to them. And next slide. So welcome, Dave and Kaylee. I'm going to turn off my camera and pass it on to you.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Jody. And thank you guys. Thank you all at Momentum for inviting us over here. And it's an excellent forum for us to be able to reach as many people as we can. I mean, the whole point of our organization, which is now Trellis. My name is David Assaf. I'm a community development worker with Trellis. I was with Legacy Aspen. Aspen Family Community Network have merged with Calgary Boys and Girls Club, or Boys and Girls Club of Calgary, to form this new organization, which is named Trellis. So there is no longer an Aspen, and there is no longer a Boys and Girls Club of Calgary. So it's a little bit weird, but it's kind of an amazing opportunity, I think. The programs that Aspen has been offering and the programs that Boys and Girls Club have been offering are still running under Trellis, but with the merger, we actually are able to, and very excited to actually offer new and different programming in addition to what we've already been doing. So if anybody has gone to, has anybody's used any of our Aspen services, Legacy Aspen services, or Legacy Boys and Girls Club of Calgary service, just know that they are still there.
Great. My turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm Kaylee. I'm a community outreach worker with the Community Connections program. And what we do is we work with individuals and families to build on strengths and work on goals. So some of the goal areas that we can support with are advocacy, connecting to community resources. We do financial literacy and budgeting, and we can help to access government and social systems, which is also known as systems navigation. So that's what community outreach workers can assist people with. And we can work with people all over Calgary. We have a outreach worker in each quadrant of the city.
Awesome, and they're amazing. And I like, not because you're my colleague, but also, no, really, I love the fact that you guys are goal oriented. So you guys, like, when they do meet with individuals and they have a caseload, it's about what goals do you need? Where do you want to be? And it's really, it's client informed, resident informed. There's a bit of a difference with what I do. So I am a community development worker. We also are in each quadrant of the city mostly, although some quadrants are way bigger than others. But we work with groups, organizations, communities. Now that may be any sort of a demographic. It could be a geographic location, like Acadia, for example, or it could be like seniors. So we don't necessarily carry caseloads. We work with groups and organizations, but again, it is a resident informed. So I don't go in with any sort of an agenda. I'm there, and if people ask for my assistance, I help get them resources. I help maybe some organization stuff, facilities, those sorts of things, writing proposals, grants, that type of thing. But again, it's about what the community wants, not what I want, and that is something I really believe in, and I love to be able to do it. So that being said, if you guys have any questions or you're wondering how you can contact us, we have our contact details at the end of the slideshow. It's not a huge long slideshow, so we're just going to kind of whip through. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat and we will address them as we can. All right, so we'll just get going. So basic needs. Again, I want to maybe define basic needs as a lot of times it's about food. And especially with COVID, access to food has been a little bit difficult. Not necessarily that, people, can't get food. It's how can we get food to our house? So this here, and I will have a link, or we will have a link in the chat, hopefully. And if not, we'll make sure we get that to you. The community food map is a very cool resource that if you just put Calgary COVID community food map, if you Googled it, it is a Google map platform, and it has been user informed. So a lot of go, oh, actually, there's this place and there's this place, and these guys deliver actually, and these guys help seniors, and so it's a really amazing result of something that has not been so amazing. But anyone can just log in and access that. If you have specific dietary requirements, sometimes there are locations that are on that food map that will address those, sometimes not. But if you have any questions, reach out. Basic needs not only is about food, it's about support as well. And then sometimes counseling, and sometimes, mental health, sometimes addictions, it depends. Sometimes it's about clothing, but basic needs it's a pretty big category. So we wanted to include hopefully something that everyone can access. And if not everyone wants to access, there are specific groups that provide a lot of support. So Aboriginal Friendship Center is one. I know that they moved location. I don't know if they still have their old one, but I know that they have a downtown location now. The Autan Healing Lodge, again, they can provide food, but also emotional support and elder support. Senior citizens, or I don't really like that term because I'm getting there, but they're a growing population, and people are, thankfully living longer. So that brings me to another point. Health is a basic need. Medical and dental care are basic needs, and in some cases they're not always as accessible to some than they are to others. So there are those resources as well. I'm just going to kind of go through. So the community food map provides places that you can get food either for free or at a very discounted cost. And there's a couple of programs that are running. Fresh Roots, for example, is running where you get, I don't know, Kaylee, you know a little bit more about it. If you could just.
Yeah, Fresh Fruits is nice because you shop for what you need. So if anyone's familiar with the Good Food Box, you pay a lower affordable cost for a box, but you don't necessarily get to choose what you get. With Fresh Routes, it's more shopping style where you can just pick and choose what you want or need, which is really nice. With Good Food, I think the small box is $25. And with Fresh Routes, yeah, you just pick what you want, and it's lower cost. It's meant to be affordable with those fresh, healthy items. So I know they have eggs, bread, milk, and then fruits and veggies.
Yeah. And like you said, it's not stuff that like, oh, what is this in the box, where you might end up just throwing it away because you don't know, and it's a waste, right? So and I know that I've heard, we've done like food bank referrals and stuff like that, where you might get something and you're like, I don't even know what this is. I don't recognize what it is. I'm not going to eat it. And if you don't know enough people maybe in the city, and you don't know your neighbors well enough, you might not give it away. You might toss it. And that is something that we are hoping won't happen if we can avoid it, right? So again, different types of referrals, again, food, clothing, furniture, employments, and counseling at the Mustard Seed. And the Mustard Seed has more than one location. There's one downtown, but there is also one up in Pembroke, around that area. Yeah.
The Marlborough Park, it's their hub there in Marlborough.
Yeah, like it's off of Memorial and
yeah,
somewhere like up that way, yeah. Just after 50 something, after 60 something. Anyways, there is an address, a real address, and if you guys need it, please let us know. We'll get it to you. Salvation Army. Now, Salvation Army, this was something that my eyes were open to. I always thought Salvation Army was like, they helped out people, with some sort of, really with some spiritual guidance as well. It isn't just about that. There is that, but ever since they started, I guess, they have been a food resource, which I did not know until just really this past summer, when they had their pop-up food hampers, and I was involved with those, and they're amazing. Even just the organization was pretty awesome, but boxes of food, and they still will, the pop-up food hampers have ended for the season, but if somebody's needing food, they can call that number, or they can also go online if they're not comfortable talking to people, or if perhaps English may be a barrier. They can go online and they can request stuff, and they can submit what dietary requirements or restrictions, and they will deliver, a box of food or two, depending on how large the family is. So it's awesome. And then also they have other support services, as in counseling. They also do taxes for free, and they're one of the groups that do taxes like from 5 years past. Most of the tax preparation assistance that there is, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, most of them just do current year. Access Mental Health, again, this is not, I don't want to say one-stop shop, but it does help. And the Primary Care Network, which is the next one, I think, oh, there it is, yeah. So there is still the Addiction Helpline. Access Mental Health and the Primary Care Network both are kind of like hubs where you can call one place and they will give you some good information and potentially referrals to numerous places. Primary Care Network is something where, if you used to have to go to your doctor and get a referral to a specialist, if your doctor is part of the Primary Care Network, which a lot of them are, and it's you can get all of the referrals, and potentially sometimes you don't need maybe a referral to this place, you need a referral over here. They can help you. They can help you with that. They can help patients with also navigating. Really, it is about systems navigation. So those are, tried keeping them as broad topics as possible. Food was really a number one thing, but there are many other types of basic needs that are supported throughout Calgary. Anything to add, Kaylee?
You mentioned how Access Mental Health's kind of a one-stop shop, and you had the addiction helpline there, but there is also for domestic violence, kind of a one-stop 24-hour shop that'll connect you to anything. So that's the 24-hour family violence helpline. Calgary Women's Emergency Shelter runs that, but they can connect you to all the supports and resources, and it's a 24-hour line. So that number is 1-866-606-7233, and we can put that here also, but that's a good one to have.
Thank you, Kaylee. Yeah, and not only women can call that, right?
Right, yeah.
Right, anyone can call that. Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
No worries.
Awesome. So here we go on to a lot of stuff that we actually have accessed in Legacy Aspen has been through Momentum. Momentum has been an awesome partner with us, and just an awesome resource that we can refer our clients to. And especially we work with Aspen work with a lot of youth. Our Legacy Aspen works with a lot of youth, as did Boys and Girls Club, Legacy Boys and Girls Club. A lot of those youth we refer to the money mentors or match savings, right? You guys did match savings, right, Jody? Anyway, so those types of things.
Sorry, Dave. Yes, we do match savings. We
Right.
have, yeah, we do have that.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys have been doing that for years.
Yes, yes,
It's
and we
awesome.
have both youth and adult.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like a lot of times we just help, like we would refer youth, because I used to work with youth a lot, like several years ago, way more so than community. But now, I mean, you know what? Everybody needs help. Like seriously, I need help. Okay, that's my call for help.
Okay, I'll jump
Anybody?
in. All right. So Dave's already mentioned taxes. So it's really good to get those done because then you have access to different supports, different benefits. So Salvation Army is one of the places you can go to get this year or even prior year's taxes done to receive those 5 years, yes, benefits and supports. Just some other places you could go for that would be Sunrise Community Link, CUPS, Bow West. So there are more out there, but those are just some of the ones that do multiple years and run their program all year round.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Because we also have, sorry,
No, you go.
we also have like 1,000 Voices that runs out of the Genesis Center in the Northeast, and they did taxes this year as well. Like, or they helped people connect with tax preparers, and this year was a weird year, right? Like we couldn't do a lot of stuff in person. So we had to, navigate the system a little bit differently than we normally do. There's always help is kind of my point. Regardless.
I don't know what happened. I thought we had the Alberta Emergency Financial Response stuff on here. It seems to have disappeared, but that's through Alberta Supports. So if you kind of come into a emergency situation, they can provide some financial support if you qualify. So yeah, I don't know what happened to that one, but
Right.
they can help cover the cost of food, clothing, childcare, transportation, utilities, rent, damage deposit, that sort of thing. So that's another 24-hour number. It is 1-877-644-9992. And we'll get that to you. But it's important if you have tried to access Alberta Supports before that you kind of use the right language. So you do need to mention the emergency financial response if that's what you're looking for. We talked about the Mustard Seed and their really awesome hub already. They do employment, counseling. I think you can even get a massage there. It's really
Get out of here.
Yes. They can do food bank referrals there. So that's a really great hub there in Marlborough. If you're looking for employment support, Jody, is the employment helpline still open, or was that just during COVID?
Yeah, so all three of our helplines have been closed now because they were like a COVID immediate response, but you can still absolutely contact momentum.org for any questions and we can try and connect you with someone that can assist you, but it's not a helpline anymore.
Right.
Great, thank you.
And I think that's what happened to the Alberta one. Like, honestly, because I went through all of these and I thought, I removed the ones that I thought were specifically a COVID response one. So my apologies for that.
No problem. Okay. But yes, if you are looking for more employment supports, Prospect Human Services is a great one also. Our outreach workers and actually other staff at Trellis have all been trained in financial coaching for Momentum. So you can access that from Trellis. So that's awesome. A bunch of great organizations run that, but we do also. if you have any questions about financial relief benefits, how to increase your income and lower your expenses, I would check out that financial relief navigator. That's really great. And Dave talked a little bit about money mentors already, but they also provide debt consolidation, credit counseling, and other financial education.
And I believe that is at no cost. I think like they'll help you kind of get your finances in order, potentially consolidate. Like they will give you like solid advice, and I don't think there's a cost associated to it, but I'm not sure. But anyway,
I'm not sure either.
You could give it a shot anyway, right? Like, I mean, the thing is that there are supports and there is help available out there. If you find you called money mentors and they're going to charge you, then just say, okay, thanks, and call Momentum.
Call someone else.
Yeah, well,
Right.
right? Cast your net as wide as you can.
For sure.
Thank you. If there's anything else, Kaylee, just jump in. I'm just gonna.
Next one, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There's Alberta. Works.
Dang it.
Okay.
Oh, I was thinking, heck. Okay, so there it is. It is there. It was just my bad, PowerPoint skills.
Trying to get fancy.
Yeah, I was.
All
Okay,
right.
next. We'll move on right now.
I did just want to let you know we are already at 2:30. Information is so great and wonderful. Maybe we could talk just a smidge faster.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Do you want to do this one, Dave?
Sure. Our parent link centers, maybe you guys have heard of parent link centers. They were located throughout the city. They were changed into family resource networks. You can still access the same types of services from the FRNs as you did the PLCs. Family resource networks are listed there, and the phone numbers weren't easy to find. I did honestly look, but there's so many spokes to this hub, however way they've set that up. However, these numbers here are very important, and I would like stick them on the fridge if just to have them. So 211. Oh, sorry, Kaylee, do you want to jump in on this one?
Sure. So 211, you can call them and get all the information we just gave you plus more. So if you have a specific resource or support you're looking for, they can point you in the right direction and do that navigation for you. Also, you can do it yourself online if you like. 311. Yeah, you go.
Sorry, so 211 is Alberta-wide. 311 is for the city of Calgary. So that has all the city of Calgary resources. It is 24 hours as well. So give them a shout. They will be able to give you phone numbers and potential referrals.
Yes. Distress center you can also access through 211, or you can call them directly, but that is 24-hour crisis response. They can do social work, counseling, give you a resource or something that you might be needing.
And 811 is if you are experiencing symptoms of COVID, that is the one you call, is 811. And 811, you will, not only is it COVID, but it will be, it's really health advice from a registered nurse.
Yeah. And we talked about that last one already. So I think that is, oh, there's our contact information.
So yes, Trellis, which is our new organization, grow with us. It is really about helping people grow, and we want to be able to provide that to every generation in Calgary. And the message is, I believe, a good one. And at first it was like, what's this name? But honestly, it's grown on me.
It's grown on us. Okay.
I know, lame, I know, right? I'm a dad, I don't care. Anyway, were there any questions? I know we ran out of time, but.
No, that's great. It doesn't look like there are any questions right now. But I think what I would do is just really advise anybody, if you have any questions, visit growwithtrellis.ca or momentum.org, or even super quick, jot down Dave and Kaylee's number and you can call them anytime, all day, every day. And they will answer your questions. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming. I really appreciate it. Do you mind going to the next slide?
Oh, no, not at all.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So our next Money Talks it's every 2 weeks now. So it is October 21st. And you know what, y'all? Now that the CERB is gone, now what? What are we going to do now? So we have a great presentation hosted by us here at Momentum again. And we're just going to talk really about what it is that you can do now that your CERB payments may be gone, and how it is that you can continue to, thrive in this economy we call COVID. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful day. I will say goodbye to Kaylee and Dave. Thank you for joining us. It was wonderful to have you. Your information was amazing. And I hope you guys get to have a great long weekend. Enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Thank you guys as well. And really, thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you. Take care. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.